Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome.
May we know your name, designation, and the company?
Yeah, this is Deepak Sahni. I'm the founder of the company called Healthians.
Okay. How was your day?
Yeah, the day was nice. I think the second event in this year that I'm attending, and it was exciting. A lot of discussions happening was in the second panel, so a lot more to happen in the day.
Okay. So how adequate is the existing medical infrastructure in meeting the healthcare needs of rural and urban populations, and what gaps still remain?
So I think urban it is still okay in terms of while there is a huge gap between the number of beds per person. So in fact, for 1,000 people, we have only one bed, which needs to really increase. Average worldwide is up till 10, so we could have been at 5 or 6. So that's where the urban thing comes. Rural is even more this thing for even basic services to reach into the rural. Like one of the startups that I was guiding in just now. So they have an infrastructure sort of a business. They have a healthcare sort of a business where they need minimum infrastructure like just electricity and internet to run a lab. But that is also not available in rural today. So not even healthcare infrastructure. They want to build it, but so I've advised them to go to government and use PSCs and all. So rural has a lot of scope to build a basic infrastructure so that at least the remote or digital health can even increase. So you need an internet, electricity, and some kind of conditions of climate to reach in there. So there's a huge scope out there.
Okay. So what role can public-private partnership play in strengthening medical infrastructure, especially in unreserved regions?
So ultimately, what is happening is there is a lot of underserved regions, right, in India, which is basically like a rural or a villages or any other remote, we will say tier 3 and plus, right? So there is a public infrastructure, there is a private infrastructure. If you basically do the partnership, so private needs little bit of a business which exists there, right? And the public needs the infrastructure. So private can actually put in a lot of money to build in that infrastructure as long as the government is able to tie up and make sure that there is only one person that exists there for a business, right? So they have to make the viable of the model, and the viability of the model only comes when there are number of audiences or population in a particular city, and then there are not multiple people because the competition kills that. So if the government can bring in that public-private partnerships of at least an exclusivity of a particular area to a private player, they can build that infrastructure for the government and even hand it over to a government after some years.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.